So my mother was a victim of domestic violence, thus I take the following issue personally. I remember my father chasing my mother through that one-bedroom railroad apartment in Jamaica, Queens, New York. All right, my mother even tells me that one time he missed her head with a bat because he accidentally hit the headboard on the bed behind her under which she was crouching. And then he'd be breaking windows with his fists, crying for his mother. Typical, fully functional American family. Anyway, a few weeks back, Charlie Sheen's wife called 911 claiming that Charlie Sheen pressed a blade up against her neck. Now, I know you can't believe everything that you hear, but homeboy apparently has a lengthy track record dating back to the 20th century of treating women like stuntmen. So if he did do it, I say ship him out to a Fred Flintstone country, go ahead and bury him up to his neck, and let Drew Brees throw stones at his face. Then ship him back to the States, go ahead and give him a bodysuit made out of sirloin steak, and put him in a celebrity death match with Michael Vick's dogs. And if you gotta get him some work, go ahead and let him do a sequel to that lame-ass Navy SEALs movie he did back in the 80s or 90s where he was shooting super soakers at Libyan terrorists. Do the sequel out in Colombia. Let FARC Colombian guerrillas kidnap him and cut off his nipples with nail clippers. Then extradite him back to the States, lock him in a cell with Jeffrey Dahmer, the American cannibal. Jeffrey will probably play Mr. Potato Head with his face and slice his nose off, pop it into his eye socket. Next time he snorts a line of coke, he'll be like... Then after the divorce proceedings clean them out financially, a judge should let paparazzi take pics of him so they get a shot of Charlie Sheen tied up in an executioner's mask, getting jumper cables clamped to his balls. Only movie he'd be good for then will be African safari gang rape of a has-been 80s movie actor turned purse-snatching wife beater starring Mandingo the Giraffe first at bat. And if all else fails and somehow his family comes up with the money to thaw Johnny Cochran from his cryogenic freeze and Johnny Cochran somehow convinces the jury that indeed he was simply checking his wife's pulse rate by pressing a blade up against her neck, then just have one of the following women seduce and marry Charlie. All right, he gets funny with one of them, they'll go ahead and crucify him with a staple gun up against the wall and play tug of war with his nostrils, earlobes, mouth, or anything else that dangles and has a hole in it. They'll go ahead and tie his toes and fingers into braids and knock every tooth out with a spoon and a hammer. He'll have to blend the protein shake out of cat food. He'll be sucking on it until a horn pops out of his back and he's chopping up donkey carcass up in District 9. Keep your hands to yourself, you purse-snatching wife beater. You don't hit girls.